ones that people perceive as Christ through the years, different cultures. One's call him the Buddha, one's call him Yeshua, who them call Jesus or Jesus. One's them in a Kemet Osar, meaning is a concept of man attaining the divinity and living it as a human being. And His Majesty represents that. To him show that fully. And then we looking at the Bible and say, boy, Christ is going to come as King of Kings, Lord of Lords, conqueror and tribe of Judah.
I'm going to push back a little before you go no further. When you say His Majesty show you that, like the perfect example of divine existence upon earth in a flesh.
Yeah.
Expound upon that a little bit.
Meaning His Majesty live according to the principles of oneness in everything that He do, according to what He feel is right, not what Him want out of the situation. So, in all aspect, even when
but a man will
it
tell us
fuck him up.
Man, oh, that makes
or when
sense.
it fuck him up, or even when it make things fuck up.
True.
So,
Alright, so what you say to the people them like me, you know, where you come across people from Ethiopia where them not show no kind of reverence at all to His Majesty. Most of whom I come across.
call them careless Ethiopian.
True.
And that is no disrespect to them, but it's just a reality. And that I say, because the quote unquote deposition of His Majesty, when them depose him as empire in Ethiopia, is Marxism, is a set of Marxists for doing. So meaning Marxism coming from is a philosophy, an extreme philosophy coming from a next set of people abroad, and it infiltrates the minds of a set of African people, which is not Ethiopians in general, but those specific Ethiopians that cause the coup, that cause the deposition of His Majesty.
Well, Marxism come from Russia?
Yeah. I think Marx was a German, but is Russia, but is Russia show about that philosophy.
Okay.
And he's extremist, and is an extremist version of, is an extremist counterpart to capitalism. And the two of them is European. It's not African. It's not based on a balance.
It's an industrial system.
But the two of them now come and they invade the minds of the whole world through globalization, including the Ethiopian them. So them a look on it now and then start to negate even the concept of an emperor. Because in them mind, a royalty or monarchy is a tyrant. Because that is Western philosophy of royalty. That is not African Ethiopian philosophy. They will have king for 3,000 years. More than 3,000 years. The concept of a king and a queen is an Ethiopian first and an African concept. And it's supposed to be the example, the one who for them character so impeccable that them given the responsibility of governing the land. And them have to be prepared to do it from them birth, so they have to do it by a lineage. So because once if you know who is supposed to be next, so you can prepare him from him young.
So basically you tell me say a king is a king by nature. So if you move a king from the castle at 2-year-old, before him have any claim to him birthright or any understanding of where him come from, and put him amongst the peasants and go check upon him 17 years later, him going to be a king amongst the peasants. Once him was really a king.
It is, But at the same time, when you prepare somebody for something, it gives them greater ability. You can do what they want to do. It's like a baller.
You don't make him socially ready. But
like him have it in him already, but if you bring it out fully, you have to prepare, you have to be doing it for long. And somebody who can guide you and show you, say, oh, that is what you do to get this. It's like Messi is an amazing baller. But if Messi did start play a ball at 20, 21 instead of 13, it wouldn't be the same baller. So meaning he was prepared for it. Because him do not only him have that divine talent or that divine
aptitude plus practice.
You need both. Meaning how creation work. You can do it with only one, you know. But both working together is always going to be greater. I just maths.
I know may have that conversation here before, though.
I just maths.
We have that conversation a couple times.
I said to that royal, I said, you know what? Because if we can't accept that perspective, say, him still royal even if him take out away when him there from at the age of 2. I mean, so we can't accept full royalty. Every one of we here, so many of we connected to bloodlines of royalty.
True.
So a level of royalty and the level of self-love, where we get true royalty, not selfishness but self-love.
Yeah.
We will lose that. So we give thanks to a feedback like that because it rationalizes everything we believe about ourselves as Rastafari.
Here what to Scanna, we lose the knowledge of it, but we don't lose it.
Yeah.
Why may I say a whole heap of man out the road we are king, brother, and they move like king, and they have the energy of king, but they don't know them as a king.
Yeah.
So they even do unkingly things, but meaning, when I say like a king, you have some man, look on Desmond.
Face doctor.
Flight risk.
Big up yourself, flight risk.
Governor grow.
Yeah.
Bodo.
Bodo. Yeah.
So me I say look on face now. Yo, face, the powers we are run through face, bro. Where face go through and how face stand up with all heap of man side and we go through less drop and ground, Face is a king, But true face caught up in a certain thing, face do certain things the face do destructive to him. But him still have the energy in him. Because it a run, as I said, through the bloodline and through the spirit, it's still a run. But you see, it's the same thing. You can have something, but if you don't prepare for it, or if you don't knowledgeable of it and do things to bring it up greater, you can lose it, or you can water down.
And the social environment is
You think you lose it or you just dormant?
It's dormant.
So that means you can access it at some
Yeah,
point.
yeah, but here it's like it buried somewhere, and your brain have the key.
See that?
You see me?
Yeah.
But so if you live life with a
Third
fucker,
eye.
yeah, if you live life with a fucker pattern of thinking, it's like you put more and more padlock on the gate.
True.
So it's harder to reach this one. But you have it in you.
Yeah.
But the longer you live like fucker, and the longer you think like fucker, is the more your mind are gonna lock. You know, the more the padlock them will come and you can't find the key to bust that door you need to bust.
So you believe say His Majesty are the creator of the universe?
His Majesty in the physical flesh realm up?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Because His Majesty born the 23rd of July 1892. And the world created before that.
So you just believe say His Majesty are the greatest example by which we live?
Yeah, but the essence of the I-rater, which one's called creator, live within every human being. And it live fully through him. Fully.
Explain.
Well, as many as said
As
before,
in-
according to the principles of oneness.
As in, we say him more tapped into the source than any other person who ever exists before
in
him.
eyesight.
That
Yeah,
makes
because
sense.
he is the source.
Yeah, that
He is
makes
the
sense.
living word, he is a manifestation of the source.
See,
So
that's
it's
where,
like-
sorry, see, that's where it thought trouble me now when you tell me things like that and I say, what you mean exactly when you say it's a manifestation of the
But
source?
him is the flesh living according to the principles of the source. So him doing everything that the source do, but as a microcosm in the temple of a human being. So meaning what a human, remember a human being is a microcosm of.
Like what Jesus was supposed, them say Jesus was?
Yeah, but not a miracle worker like what them say Jesus was. Cause why I don't like the European concept of Jesus, cause them turning into somebody who don't live according to the laws of creation. Him bend the laws of creation. While in our eyesight, His Majesty come to live according to the laws of creation. So he must be born from man and woman. Because according to the laws of creation, human being can only born between man and woman. So meaning him live that fully. Him have youth, him continue. You know what I mean? So it meaning Christ as a figure is divinity in flesh, like how I said His Majesty. But what him do, different. The nature that them give of Christ to me is different than Jesus, not the second. Jesus is the figure they create.
Yeah.
The nature of Jesus in a freedom sight different from the nature of His Majesty. His Majesty is living as a human in a human form, but he is living the highest possible liberty in a human form. The divine are fully manifest through him. Because the divinity, the divine have to manifest through the physical. It happens like you're there, your pipe. You're not no pipe, but you want water.
I get exactly what you say, man, and that clear up every question I have
Don't
about
be
it.
a superhero.
You know? Because I did operate off of the assumption, I'm sure say a lot of the listeners them or the viewers that was operating off of the assumption say every Rasta believes say it's Majesty create the universe.
But may I say,
That's
if
how
you
you
look on it,
experience most
if you look on
pushback.
it from an abstract level, because most far right utter sound on an abstract level, they are not incorrect by saying that, but it's just expressing that the essence,
Micro.
the same essence that the one is, and that is the one fundamental state, is the same essence that create the universe.
So if you look on it from the perspective then all the way create the universe.
Yeah, but we're not always living according to the principles
See,
by
I
which
know.
the creator create the universe.
And
While
His
him come
Majesty
do that,
and
and
do
her majesty come do that.
100%, not 99, not 99.
In our eyesight,
Yeah.
no, 100.
100%, I get that. So, may I ask you the final question? See, would you say so far in your life, the eye still young, 20s,
Yeah, fit on.
yeah man, fit and ready, you don't know?
We're not green though.
I'm not right guy that.
Yeah, we're not force right.
Alright, dig this. You that say so far in your life, you inspire more or you've been inspired more than you inspired?
We don't say equal. Because
Ah.
everything with me do was inspired by something.
Balance.
Yeah, every single thing, whether I know it or not. The inspiration, you know, remember, respiration, inspiration, expiration is inhalation, exhalation. Meaning, as we said, the inspiration is like your breath. You take in here,
Yeah.
and your expiration is like your respiration, and you shove it out back, and what you shove out back is ultimately affecting your environment. And then from the effect it have upon it, it will come back and affect you. So you always are in and out, constant. It's like your breath.
Push and pull.
Yeah, so I say in the eyesight, even if I'm not conscious of whether I inspire, whether I've been inspired more or I inspire more, I'm sure when I match it out, it's equal. Because from me have an in-breath, I must have an out-breath. So I always have equal. Maybe I have one more than another for a second, but then it's all. So,
Yeah, love the answer. You know, because we have to try to strike a balance.
yeah.
This is without fear, you know, so enough people live in fear, so we have to do out here live without fear to strike the balance.
Shoot.
You know, say,
Oh dear.
big up to 5-star Celestial Constellation, we fuck to them. Scanna Martian, big up yourself in that building. Sam,
Hey.
you don't know, your
One
whole
more,
family.
Yeah.
5-star, if you have any final words, feel free. You know, tell them which one them can find you. Because the following a bill like construction. Go and do it, tell them.
You know, say you can't find it in Ethiopia, in Paris, up in the hills. And you can also find it on Instagram and all the social media, them 5
Yeah.
star STAR Celestial. Yeah.
Spell that for them in the car.
Yeah,
You know, you go
remember.
already.
CELESTIAN.
There you go. 5-star
You want me to
Celestial.
use it in a sentence?
Yeah, please.
I rhyme so celestial and said extraterrestrial. Ayon!
Look at that seal.